Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things, and today I'm going to do such an overdue video. This is my Q1 makeup inventory check-in. I know it's very far past Q1, apologies, but I decided that I'm going to start switching it up a little bit. Previously, I would go through the changes in my inventory and then I would end the video with a makeup roulette where I let a number generator choose a full face of makeup for me. I still can do that in a separate video if that's something you guys want to see, but I thought it would be more helpful to, when I say, you know, I got one new this, I used up one of this last quarter, and just to actually like physically have the inventory in and inventory out in my hands. So basically I have all the products I finished up in Q1 here and all the new makeup I brought in sitting in front of me so I can actually show you something in this video. So you can let me know if you like this format and if you still want to see a roulette in a separate video. Anyway, I'd love to hear if there's anything good you guys got this past quarter. I got some pretty good stuff here. I also got some stuff here so we can talk about it. Also, a lot of these categories are still sitting at the same as they were from the end of 2022. So starting with bronzers. I did not get any new bronzers in the last quarter, nor did I use any up. So I still have 17 bronzers in my collection. Although blushes, blushes is different. In January, I got one new blush, and in February, I got 3 new blushes. So I currently have 43 blushes in my collection. So in January, I did get the Ilia multi-stick in the shade At Last. This was my birthday gift from Sephora. I actually finished a full-size multi-stick in last year's makeup empties. I don't think that I'm gonna use this one up this year, but it does make it seem like this could be an attainable goal to use up at some point. Then I did get 3 cream blushes from Pacifica in PR. I got 3 of their fluffy blushes. This is the shade Pink Haze, Bloom, and Sunset. I do need to do an updated speed reviews video, so I'm not going to be like reviewing everything in this video. So ideally reviews will be coming up, but I have been testing out all of these products. Highlighters, I had no change in inventory in the last quarter, so I still have 15 in my collection. Face palettes, I also had no change in the last quarter, so I still have 19 in my collection. Eyeshadow palettes, I got 1 new one in January and 2 new palettes in February, and currently have 37 in my inventory. In January, I bought myself a stack from Kaja. This is the Peach Madeleine stack. It has 1 very sparkly shade, 1 shimmer shade, and 1 matte shade here. And then in February, I did receive 2 Urban Decay palettes in PR. This is the Mucho Smiley palette, and I also received the Chill Happy palette. So basically 3 mini palettes came into my collection so far this year. As far as every single eyeshadow in my collection, I had 3 in January, which is the Kaja stack. I had 1 go out in January. It was I don't have it here, but it was a Sigma like little sample pod that had dried up, and I had 12 coming in February from those Urban Decay shadows. So I currently have 396 individual pans of eyeshadow in my collection. Foundations, I had no change in the first quarter, so I currently have 31 foundations. Eye primers, I had no change the first quarter, so I still have 2 in my collection. Concealers, I got a new one in January, a new one in February, and I used one up in March. So January, I got this one in my very last Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. This is the Purlisse Perfect Glow BB Concealer. I have been testing this one out. I got in February from Amazon the Catrice True Skin High Coverage, come on, concealer. And in March, I used up my Oma Stay Woke concealer and currently have 12 in my inventory. Setting sprays, I had no change in the first inventory, so I still have 21 in my collection. Brow products, I used one up and got one in January, so I currently have 16 in my collection. The one I used up is a NYX brow pencil. I had this in the shade Espresso. I do have another one of these in my collection. And then the brow product I got in is a sample of the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I have gone through a full size of this before. I did get this in my Sephora order as one of like the little free samples. So the next category is eyeliners. I had no change in my eyeliner inventory in the first quarter, so I still have 12 in my collection. For face powders, I used 1 up in January, so I currently have 13 in my collection. I use up this little sample of a Cover FX powder. This is just their translucent light powder. Actually, I am working on another one of these right now, so I'm actually wearing this powder under my eyes today. Primers. Primers were making it around this past quarter, which is funny because primers is one of the categories I got 0 of in the year of 2022, so a change up was needed. In January, I got 1 new primer. In February, I got 2 new primers, and I also used 2 primers up in February. Okay, so I did get a sample of the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer in my Sephora order in January. In February, I bought the e.l.f. Halo Glow Primer. I didn't really know how to categorize this, but I felt like primer was kind of where I would categorize it because I use a lot of glowy things, and they're all primers. And then in PR, I did get this Pacifica Vegan Collagen Skin Solve Prime, Blur, and Hydrate Primer. And the 2 I used up are the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion and the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. So I'm sorry, I didn't say it. So I currently have 22 primers in my collection. Lipsticks, I did get 1 lipstick in January, so I currently have 31 in my inventory. And I mean, I don't really know how to categorize this, so I called it a lipstick, but this is the Juice Balm Tinted Lip Balm from Tower 28. I got this in the shade Mix, and I have been testing this out. As far as liquid lipsticks go, I got 1 in February, so I currently have 24. I categorized this as a liquid lipstick because I really didn't know what to call it, but this is the e.l.f. Lip Stain in the shade Coral Cutie. So it is a lip stain. I say I have 24 in my collection. My brain is all over the place. Lip glosses. I did get 1 new lip gloss in March, and I currently have 34. I got a CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss in the shade My Main Squeeze. I love the way this thing smells. It smells so good. Definitely has like a candy smell to it. I really like it. I have 34 lip glosses in my collection. Lip liners, I had no change the first quarter, so I still have 11 in my collection. And then mascara, there was a lot going on. I got 1 new mascara in January, used 1 up in January, and then I had 3 that I had to call in March because they were all dried up. And I currently have 19 in my collection. The new one I got is from my birthday gift from Sephora, and this is the Ilia Limitless mascara. I have used, zoom, focus, 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 focus. I have used this one before. I just haven't opened it yet. We have 4 I used up in this quarter. First is Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions, which is one of my favorites. I have a mini of the Benefit Roller Lash, which is also a favorite. I have the Lily Lashes Triple X Mascara, which is not a favorite. And final product of the video is the Rowan Cake Lash, which also is not a favorite. I don't know. You guys can let me know if you like this version of the inventory. Like I said, I can still do a roulette. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Instagram down below. Give it a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.